Hello dear children. In this video we will have a look at the solution of question number 1, uh, page number page number 179. Okay, page 179. So let's read the question first. Enter the following transactions of Shyamal Sen in a cash book with cash column only and balance the same. So you have to prepare a cash book with cash column, which means that it is a single column cash book. Okay, so what is single column, by the way? How do we know it? In a single column cash book, you will have only a single column for the amount, that is for the cash or bank. Okay, it will be specified in a question. So here it is mentioned in the question that it is a cash column. Okay, so sometimes it may have okay, only the bank column, only and only the bank column it may have. Okay, but normally 99% you will get a question of a single column cash book with cash column only. Okay, so this is your question number 1. Okay, and this is your pro forma of cash book. Okay, on top you must write in the books of uh, name of a proprietor. Okay, here it is Shyamal Sen. If the name is mentioned, then you will write the name, but if the name is silent or if it is not mentioned, then you will simply uh, do this dot dot. Okay, and after that you will write here cash book, and in the bracket you must mention what it is. Okay, don't write single column, just mention cash column. Okay, here you have to mention, okay, cash column. And towards the extreme side of an account, we must write debit and credit. Okay, we have to do this. So here it is debit side, and this is your credit side. That is the left hand side, debit side, and right hand side, that is the credit side. Okay, so this entire section, whatever I'm highlighting, okay, out here. Okay, let me just highlight one more time. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 highlighted columns belong to the debit side, and the remaining, that is from here, date, particulars, VN, LF, RS. Again, the 5 columns will be for the credit side. Okay. Now this format, it has the 5 columns towards the debit side and 5 columns towards the credit side. So in total, you have to draw 10 columns. Okay, so the first column for the debit side is date, particulars, VN. VN stands for voucher number. Whenever you purchase any item from a store, you get a cash memo or a cash voucher or the receipt, isn't it? So that receipt, it has a number, it has a serial number. Okay, whenever you pay to someone, then you give a voucher, isn't it? If you visit any restaurant, they give you a bill. We ask for the bill, isn't it? So that bill is actually your voucher. So that bill, it has a serial number. So we record it out here. Okay, whatever the voucher number is given. It's not necessary to write the voucher numbers out here. Okay, but in the practical life, we have to mention the numbers. Okay, but this voucher number column should be prepared. Okay, and since this cash book, it is a special type of ledger account, so it has the LF column. Okay, that is the ledger folio, because cash book is a separate account from the cash account. Okay, cash book is separate from the cash account. We have already discussed in the previous video. Okay, so it must have a LF column. Okay, ledger folio. Okay, and the amount column. Similarly, date, particulars, VN, LF, and rupees or amount towards the credit side. Okay, so when preparing the cash book, we have to apply the golden rule of real account, and debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Okay, so it's very simple. And remember that credit transactions are not recorded. If a credit transaction is given in the question, then we must ignore that. Okay, so you must have a question in your mind that where that credit transaction will be recorded. It will be recorded in a separate ledger book. Okay, we will discuss that chapter afterwards. So in the cash book, we record only the cash transactions. So it's a single column cash book, and it is especially of the cash column. So which means it has the debit balance. So by debit balance, we refer to this, where this BD will lie, this particular BD, not this opening BD. Okay, the closing BD. I mean the reflection of the closing entry. That is the final BD that we write out here. So this BD is lying towards the debit side, isn't it? So the cash column, cash book, it always have the debit balance. Okay, because the cash, it cannot be negative. So we will write the date, I mean the year and the name of month in both the sides. Okay, and we start entering the transactions in their respective places, that is debit or credit. Number one, I mean the January one, cash balance 580. So since we are preparing the cash book, that is of the cash column, we must write to balance BD because there is a balance. So by balance, we refer to the balance BD, or sometimes we write BF also. Okay, so CD or CF, BD and or BF, they are same. Okay, so cash balance 580. So that is the to balance BD 580 towards the debit side. Okay. Uh, then number two, cash received from sale of motor van. So motor van is an asset. Okay, you are selling the motor van. Okay, so you will write on 2nd January to motor van, because by selling that motor van, cash it comes in. So there is an inflow of the cash. So that's why we record towards the debit side. Okay, 7,500. Okay, now on 5th January, we are paying to the bank. Okay, paid into bank. That is actually the deposit to the bank. Okay, you are depositing 5,500 into your bank account. So when you pay the cash into the bank account, cash it gets decreased. Okay, so cash it goes out. So there is an outflow of the cash out here. So cash it goes out, recorded in the credit side. Okay, by bank account 5,500. Okay, and again on 7th January, you are making the payment to Kamal. So you are paying. The cash is going out. There is an outflow of the cash. So it should be recorded towards the credit side. Okay. Again on 10th, you are paying the wages. So you would write by wages account and the amount will be 120. Now on 12th January, you are receiving cash from Amal. So received from Amal. So you will write to Amal account 800 rupees. Okay. And on 15th, sold goods for cash. So you are selling goods for cash. So whenever you sell goods for cash, cash it comes in, isn't it? Hence, it should be recorded towards the debit side. And on 15th January, we write to sales account 1320. Okay, I mean 1320. Okay. So on 18th, bought goods for cash. You are purchasing goods. So you write by purchase on 18th January and the amount will be 1860. Okay. Uh, and on 20th January, you are withdrawing cash for personal expenses. And we already know that if an owner withdraws money out of the business for meeting the personal expenses, it is termed as drawings. Okay, so you write by drawings on 20th of January and the amount will be 500. Okay, and after that you write again on 23rd, paid into bank, that is you are depositing to the bank. So you write by bank 1000. isn't it? So it's quite similar to the entry that is made on the 5th January. Okay. Received from, okay, 27th. Received from Bimal. You are receiving the money from Bimal to Bimal account, debit side, okay, 1,200 on 27th of January. Okay. And on 20th, uh, 28th, drew check for office use. Since it is only a cash column, cash book, hence the bank transactions will also not be recorded because there is no place for recording the bank transactions, because this amount column is only for the cash. So this entry that is made on 28th of January will not be recorded. Drew check for office use. Okay, it will not be recorded. But I mean the towards the credit side, okay, it will not be recorded. But when you receive the money from the bank, you are withdrawing money from the bank, okay, so this will be recorded towards the debit side. Okay, it will not be recorded towards the credit side, but only one part, that is one half, will be recorded towards the debit side. When you receive money, when you withdraw money out of the bank for the office use, cash, it gets increased. Okay, so the cash, it comes in, there is an inflow of cash. So on 28th, you will write to bank account 800. Okay, it should be remembered that when you deposit or pay into the bank, bank will lie towards the credit side, and if you withdraw money out of the bank for office use, then it should be recorded towards the debit side in the cash column. Okay, we will see in the double column cash book, okay, where we will prepare both cash and bank column. Okay, out there things will be more clearer. Anyway, now on 31st, paid office rent. So you can simply write on 31st January, by office rent 250. So after this, after recording all these, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, 6 entries towards the debit side, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay, 7 entries towards the credit side. Okay, again I want to repeat, after writing or after recording 6 entries towards the debit side and 7 entries towards the credit side, what you do is that you will leave a space. Okay, you will leave a space for writing this by balance CD. Okay, and draw this single line, okay, in both the sides, and you find the total of this debit column. It will be 12,200, and write this total in both the sides. But remember that there should be a space out here, okay, to write by balance CD and the difference. Okay, and draw this double line. So double line, it means grand total. So this 12,200 is a grand total. Okay, and this feature we have already discussed in the previous video, that is in the features of cashbook. Okay, now what you will do is that after doing this, you will simply write by balance CD on the last date of the month. Okay, here you can write 31st if you want to, but since the uh, entry, this office rent and the by balance CD will be on the same date, so I'm not repeating the date again and again. Okay, and remember that this CD will always be on the last date of a month. Okay, so what you will do is that since we already know the total of the debit column, what you will do is now you do the casting. Okay, you will find the total of the credit side. Okay, and you will find that the total of the credit side will be less than 12,200. Okay, so you just subtract that uh, amount and you will find 1,770 as your balance. Okay, so you will write it 1770, and on the next month you write February 1st, okay, towards the debit side, and you write to balance BD, and the same balance will be reflected out here, okay. So your cash book is complete. Similarly, you can try to do question number 2, 3, and 4. However, I will provide you the solution, okay, but still you can try from your side, okay. If there's any kind of questions, you know what to do, okay. Okay, we will discuss this in the next video anyway. So please try to do question number 2, 3, and 4.